Hello and welcome to this episode. This is our series which is about this Lego room and of course my life. Now we've already got stuff to move before we can even start what I had planned for today. I've just done a comparison video of the brand new Dungeons and Dragons set mixed in with the Lord of the Rings, and I brought the Colosseum up because I'm an idiot. But what I want to try and do is finish the Disney castle. Now that thing has been looking sorry for itself for so long. I want to see how many bags are left and do a speed build with you to get that done. If that goes smoothly enough, well, we'll then figure out what we're going to do from there. But what I need to do first is get this out the way. I then need to move the fan, and I'm hoping I'll be able to build the Disney castle up where it is. If not, that's then going to have to come off from there, possibly onto this makeshift table, which is just a top, and then basically make it up as I go along. So with that being said, let's get to it. There really is quite a lot to move and not get mixed up with regards to the minifigures on this, so you will be going to a time lapse very, very quickly. And I think what I'm going to do is just going to throw this onto that table for now. Then in a separate upload, we're going to do the mythical land as a separate video. I think you're wonky. There we go. I think you're a little bit straighter now. So we have managed in previous uploads to get the Batman thing up. That does look nice. Like I said, we need to try and get these bits and pieces finished, and we've got those bits there still to do. But there's a lot of work as always. And yes, I know I need to take the masking tape off that, but I really, really need to get that Disney castle sorted. But let me show you this very, very quickly, because this dragon is nuts. The size of this thing is massive. Just in comparison to the minifigure, it is huge. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to a time lapse. Like I said, I'm going to move some of the stuff over onto that side in front of the Colosseum, some of the stuff back over to where it was, and then we'll worry about it in a completely separate video. Then I'll catch back up with you because, of course, there's other sets down there, because I have also picked up the Snake Mountain, which goes with that He-Man castle, so I'll put that there, because all of that is for the mythical land. That is going to be a brand new section within our theme park, so the D&D is getting added to it. Rivendell's there, the Colosseum, that's going to be a bananas upload, and I think that potentially might be the first video I try and do when I get back into the country. But the focus point for today is getting that sorted. Now, like I said, I do need to move some bits and pieces. I think the fan's got to move. Yes, the Star Wars section has not been touched. It's been painted, it looks nice, but we are there, so that is a completely separate trip. So again, that'll be happening when I get back as well. So I need to place you somewhere, move these lights, need to get all of these different bits and pieces out the way, stack those boxes somewhere, and then we can see what's left to do, because I can't remember how many bags are left. So as normal, we take one step back, but 2 steps forward at the moment. So like I said, this is all in and done. That is coming off in this video. Yes, I know it's annoying, but we are getting there slowly. Now, obviously, you've just seen what I've just done with regards to this little makeshift thing here. Got to find the instructions out of this to then get that sorted. Now, obviously, this is a bomb site. This was always going to be a bomb site for these 3 tables. But what I've got to be really, really careful of are these minifigures, because I do not want to get them mixed up and lost. I will sort them out off camera, because I'm going to spend a huge amount of time clipping them on to make sure that they don't go anywhere. And this is going to be a rather interesting upload when I get round to doing this when I get back, because the D&D set is actually bigger base than what I originally thought it was going to be. So it'll just be interesting to see how that looks, where I've got it placed and planned with that thing that's on the floor. Now, really do like the Mega stuff. Their boxes are dreadful. So if anybody is watching from Mega, just have a box that can stand. Because you open up a flap, you take the bits and pieces out. Now, if you saw the unboxing video that we did of this with the mini haul, you've got to cut off 3 or 4 tabs. And then the whole front of this is like a toy window, which is all well and good if you lie the box down. If you want to stand the box up, as you saw, it then all falls out. So it can only be led down. It's a right swine. So it's just difficult to stack when it's actually in the process of being built. So it's one of those sets that when it's open, you then have to build all 3,802 pieces back to back, or just be clever and get some more sellotape. But like I said, I've got to be careful with all of that. So I am not moving any of these pieces over to that side of the table. So like I said, I want to try and be able to build this in situ. And I have just thought of something. It's the tallest shaft. So for me to reach that, it could go quite wrong. And obviously the world's biggest fan is currently in the way, so that can just go down here, actually out the way for now. So if I plonk you there, get you up, get this off, because as it stands right now, I'm trying to get a load of different bits and pieces quickly finished off, do some comparison videos. So like I said, when I am not in the country, and then I'll come back and just have a big tidy, and then we should be somewhere. So yeah, some exciting projects. One of those projects is actually getting some more storage bins for all my instruction booklets. But this is now reachable, he says. So if I spin the light back round, lighting is also a thing in here. So I need to sort out the lighting and make that a little bit better. I need to have a look in here to see what is occurring with regards to these instruction booklets. And I don't know what bag number we're on either, so hopefully the bags are small and there's not that many left. So I'm going to need 2 hands for this. I'm going to set you up in a time lapse somewhere and just hopefully smash it out nice and quick. Then get myself ready for a comparison video. Now the next comparison video, this is where it's going to get very messy, is I've got to make sure that they're all tidy and back properly, because this is the problem I've got at the moment, because I can't do like review stuff here, because I'm going to do the castle and the cottage, which sounds easy enough, but you get all those minifigures off. If something breaks, it then all gets mixed up, where it's all zoned at the moment. But like I said, I'm not going to be here in the country, so I need to backlog some videos. So let me have a look at these bags, set you up to a time lapse, and then we'll see exactly how quickly I can get this shaft built. And that is that. My bum cheeks are numb. Right, I have got to attach this. Then I can add this cool looking firework. Now, if you've been following this disaster series, it always goes wrong. And we think that something has to come off this bit. We are close to literally touching tips at the very, very top. So I will need both hands. I will place this bit up and on there, but to do that I'm going to have to climb on this table because I can't reach, which does mean I'm going to have to move 1 or 2 boxes, which I'm not going to bore you with within a time lapse because I have no idea how long that bit was. Once that bit is on, we will be absolutely laughing with regards to the bit at the top. And then actually I need to do a bit more running repair down that bit on the side, as Pumpkin, it's like real world Jurassic Park. There she comes. So now they've got more room up here. They are all over the place. What are you going to knock over? Anything? Right, so I will make some space, get this up onto the top as she jumps down, and then see what I can do with regards to getting this bit fixed and repaired. Then we'll end it for today. I will then check back the footage to make sure that that was actually visually all right. And then I think in the same upload, I will get the new history museum done the exact same way. And then that means then, to keep your eyes peeled for, we'll do a comparison video of the Disney Castle and obviously the Snow White. And of course, the Natural History Museum with the Assembly Square, which currently is tucked over there. So potentially this video might be turning you now into a speed build / comparison prep. And then the next video, oh dear, how are we going to be doing this? Will then either be getting that bit sorted, or to be honest, a tidy, because I can't move anywhere. And then once the floor's tidy, we can move on with the next project. But before we move on to the next project, we'll carry on with this one. And the fireworks, to be honest, are very, very impressive. So I'm really hoping that these will pop nicely against that blue wall. But I won't know until it's up there. Right, this really is turning into a how hard can it be moment, because I'm in two minds. I don't know whether to just take it down and put it on. But if I do that, I've got to put it back up. I'd rather just move it once. I'd rather try and reach over and put it on, see if it touches the roof, and then take it off to repair the rest of it. Which obviously I will do later on once I check this footage back. But I don't know how to do this. I can't actually see where it clips on. We're going by Braille. I think I've got that lined up in the central shaft. You know what? Like we've done with everything else in this disaster series, it's going to go one of two ways, isn't it? It's either going to work or it's not. So, miles off. Absolutely miles off. That is a disaster within itself. So, first thing we'll do is remove the flag. The flag is off. Oh, firework is now causing an issue. Firework can be bent. Firework out to the side. Don't know what you can see. Right, it will. That will work, but that grill's in the way, so I can't go over to drop it. Oh, can I? I can. Right, that's in. Oh, look how nice that looks. Finally, we almost have a Disney castle with no with no flag at the top. That's why I haven't put the stickers on. If you notice, I missed the stickers on purpose because I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I might just plonk it somewhere else. This is missing 1 or 2 bits and pieces at the moment because of transportation purposes, so I do obviously need to get it looking a little bit more ready rather than it being as rough as what it looks. But at the end of the day, I don't really care too much. I think it looks nice up there. That does look very, very smart. Very, very smart. So I will watch back this footage, make sure that it's all right. I will check through the other boxes. I can't put this on until it's off anyway. I didn't even think of that, because that actually needs to physically come off for it to go on, and I can't. Can I use you? And just like that, today is a new day, and we are even closer for me to departing away, which is now back on. Because since I last spoke to the camera, Dubai was underwater, which is never ever a good thing. Luckily everybody's safe and sound, and it's all going back the right way. So by the time I land, I think, fingers crossed, we should be good. But trying to push that to the side at the moment because there's a lot still to do. Obviously we want to get that bit finished before I can do a comparison of those two. So what I'm going to do is speed build on this bit. I've found the page that is needed, get that little bit done, and then what I can do is when I take this thing off to actually finish it all, I can then do the comparison video. Then I've got to put it back. Then we can then try and get some of that Natural History Museum done, potentially. It won't be in this upload, it'll be in a different one, because I am just going to completely run out of time. And there's lots of other little bits and pieces to do. So you're going to go back into a time lapse. I'm going to open up this bag, see what's actually in there. There are a load of spare pieces in there as well, but it'd be nice just to get the fireworks on there, because from a distance it looks absolutely spot on. And then I will just try and find the golden flags and different bits and pieces like that. But keep your eyes peeled for the Disney Castle versus obviously the Disney Cottage, because I think they are obviously the closest two that I can put together. And then basically we'll go from there. Today is a new day. That really didn't take very long to build that little bit, and there's one or two bits and pieces that I need to add back on, which means it is now time for that to come off the shelf. But I have just grabbed myself some fuel, so this is going to be my lunch, that will be my dessert. I might have that one for starter, and then I might have that for mains. Yeah, healthy. So plan of attack for now is I'm going to make an absolute meal of getting this off. I've got to try and figure out how I can actually get that Disney Castle off and place it on a side so it's out of shot for doing the comparison video. Because obviously, as you saw, the lights go here. I film it that way. Well, I can film it that way, so the Batman things in the background, it doesn't really matter too much. There is more space for me and the lights on this side though, so that's why I'm probably going to do that. But that is very, very tall, so I am hoping that it will go just here and it won't hit this roof. Once that video has been done, then they'll obviously go back, all the minifigures and everything will go back. Then I have got an idea of doing a giveaway purchase video, which we'll then set up together, which means we'll need to find all of the giveaway purchases. And then we'll see how long this video has lasted for, and then potentially call it quits there. Because I have watched it back, and I think the time-lapse thing worked well, so that's okay, but I just do not have the time to build that up and do all the other little bits and pieces before I go. So I have a lot to sort out before I travel, and yeah, with now the uncertainty again of actually having a flight cancelled after yesterday being all right again, I've got quite a bit to sort out. So with that to the side, I'm going to get some rocket fuel inside. Then I am not going to get that off as a time lapse. You can laugh at me as potentially the whole thing ends up coming off. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see how we're going to get that off. And then comparison video done, put it all back, get all the boxes needed for the next video, put all of them back, see what the time is, and then cry. Right, it is time to go, and guess what? Rocky has decided to jump up exactly where I was going to repair the Disney Castle, which is not exactly ideal. But, buddy, you are more than welcome. So I need to now climb underneath the table rather than move the table. We will grab the castle off the top, plonk it exactly where Rocky is stood, And then we need to, what do we need to do? We need to get the firework on the other side, which is simple enough. He says, wherever that firework has gone. Where has that firework gone? Rocky, what have you done with it? What have you done with it? Well, I'll refine the firework, because it was, I thought, on the table. So it's obviously been knocked off. Easy as that, look. See, easy as that. And then, yeah, firework on. Comparison video done. And then we can crack on. So I've made it to the other side of this table, and Rocky has been over absolutely everything and was actually starting to make this spin. So fair play for him for figuring that out. Right, let's get that up here, and we are basically going to hope for the best. Now Rocky is right in the way, which is absolutely fine. I need to hope for the best, basically. The base on this is huge. I think it's attached all right. Wait, stop it. That's why I think that's how pieces go missing it. He goes and just gets a minifigure in his mouth and starts running off. Right, I think you've got hair on the lens, but you have to cope with it for now. We don't need that, but that can go back up. Now at least you can understand why it's... Oi, Rocky! What have you got? Just went to run off with that. No. Little bugger. Right, okay. He's actually just jumped off the table, which is handy. Clip that bit in. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. This is such a bad idea. Right, we are down. I haven't got much of a spin room because it's so close to that roof. Don't forget the flag is off, which is helpful. That's Rocky off down and off ladders. Ooh. Wasn't worried at all. Was not worried at all. So yeah, not a problem. That's fine. It is huge. It does look very, very nice there as well. So I think it's one of those sets where possibly one of the tallest. Yeah, it might be one of the tallest, apart from the fan actually. The fan is much, much taller and it's lower on that table. So the fan is probably the tallest set. Oh, is it? Maybe. Top three. Top three for height. We'll do that on a different time. So there's one or two little bits and pieces that I do kind of need to try and sort out on this with regards to just tidying it up a little bit, because it's come off and come away down there at the bottom, so I can bring that round. Or to be fair, I might just leave it and just do the comparison with that and just say it is what it is. So probably just do that, save a lot of time for me. However, we need to get this in. That then goes there, I do believe. And then that is that bit done. Also, I'll push it down with two hands, but we are good on that bit. There is one piece missing just up at the top, but I heard that ping off yesterday and I haven't bothered to look for it, so it'll be somewhere. Minifigures on move. I just don't know where to put that. It would go there, but that is in the way now. I don't know if I've got enough space to put it over there. So I'm going to mess around for a couple of minutes, get this done, and probably catch up with you after the video's been done. I am all over the place. So obviously I wanted to get these in, didn't I? So I found it. It was just over there with the toothbrush, because I had the toothbrush ready to clean it. Yes, that's how I clean all these bits and pieces. Now, I've completely forgot. Now, on the back, you can have the firework either side, and obviously you can have it either side on the bottom there. So I don't know whether to go one low, one high, like they've got on the instruction booklet, or go too high. I think it may probably make more sense if I went one low, one high. So we go one low, one high for now. See what that does and how that looks. And then if I put that like that. So that's obviously the back end, and then that way at least this one could be upright when it's on the shelf. And then this one obviously would cause a bit of an issue. I put the flag back on, still got no sticker on it. One or two bits and pieces I just need to tidy up on the back here. Completely forgot these minifigures were included in this set. I haven't seen these for, well, ever. And I still, for love of money, can't figure out where this piece goes. Now this bit does look kind of important. I'm assuming it's just a outer wall bit. It's got to be something like that where it goes across there. So, it might be there. Might be that bit at the front. So I think I might have found it, so I can get that bit straight on. And then I've got this little bit and this little bit. But like I said, potentially I might just say in the comparison video, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't find where these pieces go. Anyway, moving on. That's probably what I am going to do. But I do really need to move this set. I'm going to need 2 hands. I'm going to get it moved over. And then we together will get the other one off. And the saga of this continues. But see all the detail up nice and close on the front. But I have found where this bit goes. That bit just goes in and on here. So it will match in there. Need 2 hands, but that is where that looks like, well, got to. Can't really go anywhere else, but it is putting up a bit of a fight. There we go. Nope. No, still not winning. How far forward does that need to be? I think there might be a piece missing off the side of that as well. I'll take that bit off. Let's do it in sections, shall we? And just see what we can do. So I think we can put that bit across the bottom. The next bit across the bottom. Like so. And then I think it went... We're getting caught on this bit. That's well... Oh, just would not want to do that. We're getting caught on... here. I don't even know if I can actually rip that tower off, to be honest, but we can give it a go as a worst case scenario in a second. I can just push that bit on like so. That's good. And then we have a chunk, which is good. Giving it a quick clean, I have repaired what I can repair without having to take a load of it apart to redo it. I don't have time. I will just do that in one upload with all the other little bits and pieces. I am going to spend 1 full weekend up here sooner rather than later, finishing and fixing off certain bits and pieces that got damaged in all of these moves, including now this one. So we'll just add this to the list. Yes, okay, it's going to have 1 or 2 bits missing when I do a comparison video. Nobody cares, do they? So let's be honest about it. So we can get over the fact that it's missing 1 flag, for example. Now I will climb over, grab the cottage, but first thing first, I do need to move this to the one side. Right, there's not too much to move from this one, he says, but we do have that. There's quite a bit. So we have going to try and figure out in my head now the best way of putting these up against each other. Now I did actually forget that Disney castle does snap in half for transportation purposes. Check that out. So you are supposed to, which I will figure out in a second, be able to take this bit off, which means I can then just give that base a little bit more of a clean, and I'm hoping then I can start off with the Snow White one and then bring in the base and the top of each and then put them together and do that kind of thing. So all of these pieces, this is all fully complete, so we are laughing with that. The minifigures are going to take a little while to get through because there is a lot of minifigures, but the Snow White is exactly the same and the Prince is exactly the same, so I don't need to show those off twice, so that's not too bad. Still can't tell you who is supposed to be who for any of these 7 dwarfs, but we will bodge that as we go. So let's get this moved onto the table. Then I've got to get it off the table, move it over to the one side, get the other box, or the box for this, get it filmed, get it done, and then move on. But I mean, let's be honest, the size difference is ridiculous. Putting those 2 side by side, there it is. There that is. So it's huge difference. Brick piece wise, mind. I don't know if you get double for the double amount of money. Something I might need to research before before we start. Instruction booklets are safe. I've got all of those for that. The instruction booklets for that are just there, so that's okay. Right, I think, he says, I'm good to go with this. Just like that, a few hours later, and we are done. So try and check out this video if you have any interest in it whatsoever. If you don't, you don't. It's fair enough. So this is now in, complete and done. Does look very, very effective, and side by side they do look very, very good as well. We had a disaster within this video because this table was covered in a chunk of brick that must have fallen out from that bottom bit just there, and I didn't realise until I turned the camera around. So that is still in there. So what we're going to have to do now is obviously put these bits and pieces back and then get them on the shelf. But then what I want to do is I want to do a giveaway purchase video. So now because I've got the lights and everything set up, this is the problem I've got. I might as well just do a couple of these videos back to back, and obviously it just gets messier and messier because it's just, well, a behind the scenes of nonsense. I've grabbed a couple of the giveaway boxes. So we've got giveaway poly bags, we've got giveaway stuff that came with Lord of the Rings, we've got giveaway of this, another giveaway stuff. I thought, well, what giveaway purchase do you like? Or gift with purchase do you like? And is there a type of theme that you prefer? Well, that was smooth, the battery died, so I don't actually know where it cut off. But what I was saying is, what giveaway purchases do you prefer? Because we have been given over a period of time bits and pieces like that. We've been given that. So obviously this was part of other bits and pieces that you got given for free. But it's one of those where you can actually complete the set. And then you just had exclusive ones with regards to other bits and pieces. So it'd be interesting to know what you guys and girls actually do like in the comment section. Also, you can write that in the giveaway one as well, because what I'm trying to get at is, do you guys and girls prefer an exclusive giveaway to the set, so it adds to the set, or do you just prefer a generic poly bag or car or vehicle and it doesn't have anything to do with anything? Bit like the one that we've just been this one here. Now obviously it looks very, very nice, but I have no use for it. But then at the same time, it would make a really nice gift for someone that is into this kind of thing. So which do you prefer? Do you prefer that kind of gift? Do you prefer a vehicle that works well? Because obviously this is obviously for the jazz club, but it didn't come with the jazz club. Now that's where another thing that we'll be talking about in that video as well, because if this was out at the same time as the jazz club and you broke the price point, then obviously everybody would have got the jazz club and got given this. But this actually came out a month later at quite a high price point, if I remember rightly. But at the same time, because it wasn't just exclusive to the corner unit, and a lot of people broke the price point but didn't actually then want this, they went up on Facebook Marketplace for like maybe £10. So you could have just got it for 10 quid. So that's some bits and pieces that we're going to be having a look at. So we've got, what, just beside me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 that I've just grabbed. Some are built, some aren't, because some of them I don't know what to do with. Some of them I'm waiting for this display to be finished and then I can sort it out. Like that, I have no use for this whatsoever. So I don't have any idea what I've got to brickheads, but obviously I've already got a giveaway purchase of this. And this has actually come in very handy, not just because it was exclusive to the set, but how the set works with regards to spare heads, and yes, spare heads, not just faces, and other elements that you can't store anywhere in the set, which I've always found a little bit random. So I will be putting that in that treasure chest when this room has a huge tidy. So the video that will be following this one will be a tidy video slash trying to sort out the Lord of the Rings Rivendell stuff, and at least I can come into this room as a blank canvas. So we will be doing little bits on each section, and then I can order the bits and pieces that I need. Now, with that being said and all that waffling about, I do need to get you up there. So what I will do is let's just place you on those giveaway purchases. You might be able to see, you might not be able to see, I don't know. I don't know what you can and cannot see because there's no screen on the front of this one. But when I do get a newer one, I will end up knowing. But without breaking anything, let's get this up. So hopefully this video has come through okay. But it is just quite a lot of work to do with these. That is the only thing, because obviously I try and do them with all the boxes, the instruction booklets and everything like that. So I've got to unflatten the boxes and just make sure everything is good. But that is a very nice looking set, so that will slide all the way to the corner. Let's have a, can you actually see? Yes, you can see the wall anyway, so that's, I'm trying for you. I'm a very, very trying person. So the next piece will be this one and this bit. So we'll put that one to the side, put that well in front. That looks nice. And that is where we're at the moment. So that is all of those. So that looks all right, I think. I think we're doing okay with that. And I just now need to plonk all of those minifigures in it. So all the minifigures with everything else. So all of them are with this, none of them are lost. As he drops one, no gems have fallen off, which is great. So let's get you over, down and on, and then let's get this all back in, because these things are so small. They are very, very easy to knock off and lose. Yes, I know some of these might have to come back up as and when I get around to tiling this shelf, but at the same time, that won't be for a very, very, very long time, because we'll be doing all of the Marvel stuff first and the DC stuff parallel. So these, because it's on wood, not on a slippy table, they're not going to, he says, they're not going to fall over or get knocked. Well, they're going to fall over. You can't stand up, so you can, where can you go? You can go there. Embarrassing me. There we go. He's headbutted everybody. That one goes there. That one can go there. Your little basket can go there. And you can go there. So far, so good. Now, we know this has to come off the top. It's just that bit. So if that bit comes off the top, we'll put that flag just there. So that is safe and sound. Now, the scary bit, because this has to come back on. Now all the minifigures are already attached to this, so we're okay. Yeah, we should be, he says. We should be okay. But at the same time, I hope so. Because I didn't smash it. I've repaired it, I've cleaned it, best I can anyway. Oh, hang on, I know of a piece that is going to fall off. Don't ask. Don't ask. Right. Do not hit the roof. Do not hit the roof. That sounded painful. That sounded painful. That is so close, it's ridiculous. I don't think you could get any sort of change between that and the roof. That is how tight that gap is. Now, didn't think that bit through. That's there. That firework looks nice there, it does. Now, guess what I didn't think through? Where I've just put the Snow White stuff, because the Snow White stuff now is in the way of that. So all of those people, you all need to move. Right, get out the way. Out the way, out the way, out the way. Off you come. Be useful down there. So this has to go in line. And I think I'll just push this back. That's easier said than done. Come on. Come on. Heavy thing, this. Right, to the wall, that is safe. One firework out to the one side, one firework out to the other. He says, if I can reach it, I'm going to use you to knock that firework up. There you go. Look at that, you all did that. That was teamwork. Without you in my hand, I couldn't have reached because I've got stuff in the way. So that's not the fun. Just got to so I can't move this left or right. This has to stay there. Look at it. That is naughty. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Now, because this has to stay as it is, maybe we put the smaller bit in the smaller gap, because that looks quite nice there. And then we'll put the bigger one in the bigger gap, because that just makes sense. What doesn't make sense is doing everything with one hand. So get you up, spin you around, get you on. And then for now, that can live just like that. And then over a period of time, we can figure out how we're going to dissect this up. Are we going to have a little bit of water over there? Because obviously we've got the A-frame cabin with Jason's cabin, and then we've got all of those trees and everything on that side, and you've got like the Winnie the Pooh stuff all up on here, which does look, I think, very, very effective. But as a piece now, we've got this wall up at the top. Yes, it probably could do with another lick of paint, but I just don't know what to do with it. It's such a nightmare. And then you've got that on that side, so we've got a nice backdrop on there. So obviously I can now, hopefully when I do the introductions or do unboxing videos, you're going to be sort of seeing that minus the head, because obviously that is going to be for a different modular, I would imagine. And then you've got the castle. So the castle, I think, minus the odd flag and then one or two bits and pieces which I need to hunt down because they aren't in any of the bags. I've got some spare pieces, but a lot has happened since that has gone there, because it was somewhere else and it was somewhere else. And then obviously don't forget the table broke, so I would imagine any spare gold pieces have just been put in that spare bit because they were probably on the floor, because a lot of stuff went on that floor when I fell through that table. And it's surprising actually, you look at it and go, oh yeah, I remember seeing that. And somehow you might notice that this has been added on, because when I first started to do it, this bit here wasn't there. Well, that bit was on the floor by the table. So that's been down there the whole time, but I don't know when that fell off. There we go, just like that. I have absolutely no idea, but that is in, that is done. Now, actually, what else I need to quickly scoot these. So we need that piece, we need that bit, we need that bit, we need this. Let's just pick up all the bits that we need. So it's those, just those, I think. And we'll place them back up on there. You can have a look. You can have a look at the top of the roller coaster, because that's a nice looking thing. As I just put these on the shelf, because when I have a proper sort out and I get back, this is what one of the videos is going to be like. It's just getting every single element together, making a list of stuff that is broken, ordering bits that are needed, and then basically carrying on with that kind of thing. But as it stands, I think we're doing all right, apart from this bit. There's me going, we're doing all right. This bit needs a bit of loving, because yeah, it's off by a stud, I think, and it refuses to go on with that bit in there. But I think I know the reason why. So for now, I could bodge it. In fact, I will bodge it so it doesn't fall off, and I'll just do that. Now from there, I don't think you can tell it's wrong, but it is actually overhanging by probably about 3 or 4 studs. But it's safe, it's not going to fall off. Spin the flag round so it's waving the same way. Happy days, job is a good one. Now we need to move on to the next thing. What the giveaways do I have up in here that are built? What do we have? What have we used? What have we used? The monkey swing was a giveaway. Perfect for me. That was a giveaway, so that's great. Came with 2 minifigures, fantastic. Right, I found a few more poly bags and just other little bits and pieces that we sort of get given. You can tell stuff that I've just never got round to doing. That's why I thought this one might be quite interesting. I only started to think about it when I was building this, because I knew how important this thing was for the new set, because this will go very, very well with all of these bits and pieces. Well, this thing just here. So I don't know whether to get it built for this video or build it as part of the next video, because that means you're going to see it. So I'll think about that before we start. We simply go to a time lapse. It's because I'm getting that one finished, but I don't really think it needs to. I don't think it needs to. It's just a sort of a show and tell for the giveaway. And that's another one. There's one. So that's the shark thing. So that's a pirate one. Yeah, they are dotted everywhere. And I think that's enough of them though. I think we've grabbed enough. I know we've got the space one and there's a couple of other ones, but they're behind there, but they are a good there's a good selection. But what I need to do now is do the introduction on that video, because I'm yet to do that, then film this video, and then I can continue with the video that you are watching. I don't know how long I've been waffling on for, because depending on how long it's been, I might just get this built within this upload, so we're good to go. So I think the next one might take a little while, which I'm actually going to do tomorrow. So like I said, for that upload is getting the D&D bit in, getting that Colosseum in, which means this table has to move, and there's other, there's other bits and pieces that I need to do and edit together before I can start that project. And that will be the last video filmed before I go, which is exciting. Or I don't go, because I've just found out again that they are now, you can't do stuff somewhere. It's very confusing. It's very, very confusing. But this is the Saturday and I fly on the Thursday. No pressure, no pressure. Right, let me get tucked into what I need to do, and I'll catch back up with you after. And today is a new day. That is a video of this rendering in the background. I spent most of the morning putting this together, and I spent it really late last night putting some other videos together as well. I know your heart bleeds, but today is really the last day I can be in here, and then I can get all the files off this memory card, get all the bits and pieces edited together, and obviously I've got to make sure I've got every single cable, every battery's charged. There's a lot of stuff to take with you to pack that is non-clothing related. If it was just taking clothes, it'd be easy. I'm not packing till Tuesday. Today is Sunday, and I fly Thursday. I couldn't care about the clothing. It's just making sure I've got enough batteries, I've got the chargers, I've got the plugs, and all that kind of nonsense. If I forget one cable, or I forget a memory card, or forget to clear the memory card, it's trouble. So that is rendering in the background. Now what I need to do now with you guys and girls is I need to clear the space off. So you're going to go to a time lapse. I'm going to tidy all this up. I'm going to take the lights down. I'm going to do all that sort of stuff. So I've just got some room. We're basically now going to prep for 2 more videos that have already been done. Yeah, I know it's weird, but I need to do an introduction to one of them. So I need some space to do that, and got a shop video from the Birmingham store, but I need to film 2 of the sets that I've got in here. So I need to redo the Batman box and the Lord of the Rings box, because I couldn't see them in the actual video footage, which is not a problem. So I can quickly film those, add that to the end, and actually do a bit of a show and tell of these 2 sets, basically like a whole bit at the end of that video, just to show off what was available in that store at that time. So that means those 2 sets, well, not that one, that's staying on the wall, but that one will come onto the table. When that's done, I can then end this video. Then you are going to jump from where you are onto here, and then I'm going to go for a walk for an hour to clear my head. And then in the next upload, which is going to be later on this afternoon, I will be moving all of these bits and pieces and getting all that mythical stuff done, and basically giving it a bit of a tidy, because as it stands right now, I can't move over there because there's all the boxes there and it's all a bit of a mess. So I need to move all these giveaways, put them in different places, more than likely just throw them underneath the table and forget about them for now, and then come back and think, why did I do that? But that is basically, I think, how it's going to have to be, starting with taking these lights down, just giving myself some floor space, and then hopefully by the end of today, with the other upload for the Disaster series, which I think, if I've timed it right, will be the Saturday I land. I can't remember, we're a few weeks away at the moment. I won't be walking into a bomb site. Oh, I might be walking into a bomb site, who knows? It normally happens that way. So let's get you up by the Disney Castle, which again, coming back up here now, does look, I think, very, very good. Take you to a time lapse. I've just got to clear all of these bits and pieces. Like I said, I found all these different poly bags, got all these different bits and pieces that I need to sort of build and put into different places. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with them. I might split some of them down. But yeah, check out that video if it's already gone live. It's just an interesting chat about giveaways and what you guys and girls like. Right, enough of the giveaways. Tidy them up, lights away, table away, and then I've got to get the introduction done for, I think, the Ant-Man speed build. right, we're there or thereabouts. I just need to set this up a little bit better so I can just literally pan up the box, pan down the box, front and back. Probably just pan across that set and pan across that set, all as a voiceover, so I don't actually have to say anything, so that's easy enough. That video file has just finished rendering, so I can upload that with a mass upload tonight. That's actually going to take all night to actually upload them to YouTube. There's so many different videos, 9 that I backlogged just to try and get them up for when I am away. Now, Dungeons and Dragons giveaway, that came with that. That was in store, which we didn't get on the film. Normally I don't do it, but I thought it'd be quite nice just to do it as a mix of a Lego store and a haul video. Oh, if I don't do it as a voiceover, I might, yeah, ignore me. Right, so I'm going to get this bit filmed, catch back up with you, move all these different bits and pieces. Then I've got to film the introduction to that video, which is just basically a backup video in case one of the videos don't actually work in time. This is something in nothing, but it'll do the trick. And then, like I said, I've got to get all of my stuff together because it's all over the place. So I've got this, I've got batteries, I've got all that kind of thing I need to get together later on this afternoon. So I'm just going to make a list as I go for a wander. Then I can breathe, come back and cause absolute chaos and carnage moving this room around. So we, on this upload, are starting to run out of time, but there's still plenty of stuff to come. And just like that, that bit is done. Quick show off of the Batman, quick show off of the boxes, the set's finished, moved. Now, this table now needs to move, so I need to move this stuff back without breaking it, and I've got to climb underneath the table. So I'm just going to leave you there, crawl underneath, get this shunted without knocking anything off. Oh, smooth, smooth, smooth. This thing is very, very nice. So this is what we're going to be placing, sorting out and doing in the next disaster episode. But you can see, I've got to be really careful because it is only in by a couple of Technic rods. It's fine to slide, not the easiest to pick up. I'll be so careful. That's concentration at the highest level, because what I do not want to do is damage this. Otherwise I can't make another video. I could, it'll just be me stood there crying. Right, so lesson learned, do not pick that set up. Do not pick that set up, just be careful of the base. I've always got a thing about layered bases with regards to the pirate ship, the shipwreck. I wouldn't build it again as a shipwreck, but I would like to rebuild it as the actual pirate boat and just have the pirate boat in the middle of the table, because I think it takes up less space. So when I get back around to rebuilding that one with all the Ninjago stuff, he says, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put the pirate ship somewhere in this mythical section, I think. So yeah, we'll play that by ear. But let's just get these couple of pieces moved over. So we'll get that one back over. This is such a cool dragon. We'll get the dragon just close to it because I just want to keep it all close together. And then obviously what I can do is then later on for me this afternoon, which will be next week for you guys and girls, is actually get all of this displayed properly. Now obviously I've got to flat pack all of these boxes because, well, they come in handy. I don't really care about the boxes. I would never keep them. I don't really got any intention of reselling any of this on, but I do flat pack the boxes, keep them underneath one of the tables. So when it comes to comparisons, it's just nice to do a direct comparison. And again, if for whatever reason I can't find a minifigure, I can then just go, oh, the minifigures are on top, just there, yada, yada, yada. So that's how easy it is for me. But the Disney Castle, now it's finished, I can now flat pack that, so it'll give me more floor space. I've got an Ninjago box there, which I think I'm going to make it a regular rule that I think I'm going to try and tuck into the Ninjago build. I think there might just be a massive Ninjago speed build disaster video coming soon. I've been teasing, just practicing with that and practice out on the bigger thing. So I think maybe it might just be a triple build of all of that. It might be a long video over multiple weeks. I can just basically build it up on that table. That is the plan for that. So I need to flat pack that, so that's fine. So I can do that. I can do that off camera because it's not very exciting flat packing a box. But I will wrap this up because I think we're done. So what is to come is this. We are sorting out all of this in the next video. Obviously this is about to come off, so that'll be done. All of that will be flat packed either in this upload, or to be honest, I might just do it on a speed on the other one when I'm moving some bits and pieces. So either or, and then hopefully I'll be in good stead for when I come back with a floor building area for the Ninjago bits and pieces. We've got to get the base plates down for the marble section, because obviously it looks worse than what it is because it's just stuff being thrown on there. IKEA trip will be coming to finish off obviously the Kallax units underneath, and that'll be quite nice actually, because that way all of the stuff that's on the top of the table, for example, which I need to take off when I'm moving this stuff, it can just rest underneath there until the Star Wars thing gets lit and all that kind of thing. But don't forget, it is painted with that metal flake, so it does look quite smart underneath there, but I'm not going to bore you with that. And then obviously that needs to be finished when I get back, because I have no hope of doing that between now and when I leave. So guys, hopefully the speed build came through okay. Let me know if you do like that kind of thing, and if you would just like a speed build video. So say for example, I get a brand new set, I do an unboxing video, would you then just like a speed build of the set with no words? And then like a proper show and tell of the set like I do in great detail. So let me know if you do like that kind of thing. Obviously it'll be with just gentle music behind it, and then I don't have to say a word. I figured out how to do it now, so I don't think it comes across too bad. And this table, bearing in mind it is just propped across two other tables with no legs on, I think it works all right. As long as I can take the rock out of it, I think we should be good to go. So if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Again, comments below, let me know what you think, let me know what your ideas are, what sets have you got, are you looking forward to anything that's coming out in 2024, and again, let me know about those speed builds. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll see you next one. Ta-da.